Greetings, everyone. Greetings, greetings. Welcome to He Said, She Said. We are here to discuss the age-old topic of, who cheats more, men or women. I mean, we already know the answer is women. With me is the one and only Alicia, better known as Viva Calor. I am Peter Lloyd. And we'll be doing part 2 of this on her channel next week, Friday. So welcome, everyone. Welcome everyone. This is a press button topic because I think it's one of those topics that they tend to divide on gender lines, and as I said before, I already know the answer to this, which is women cheat more than men. They're just much better at it. You know what I'm saying? They are much better at it than we men are. We tend to give ourselves away because we're arrogant and sometimes we're not the brightest candles in the world. All right. So with me is the beautiful Alicia. Alicia, would you like to introduce yourself? Talk a little bit about yourself before we get into this.
Hey everyone, happy Friday, happy Juneteenth. So I'm Alicia, better known as Viva Color on social media. I have a fashion blog. I am passionate about what I do. I am enjoying this topic from Peter. It's very interesting. And I'm here to discuss and have fun tonight. So enjoy the show.
All right. So I've been doing a little research on this topic, and I realized that the statistics seem to imply that men actually cheat more than women, but I kind of think the reason for this is A, women are not going to admit to it as easily, and B, sometimes us men, because of our arrogance, we underestimate you amazing women. I think sometimes we underestimate women. And I got some really, really interesting people inboxing me and DMing me regarding this particular topic because a lot of people were very, very interested in it. Of course, most women already agreed within themselves that, men cheat more because the feeling is that us men, we can't help ourselves, which I consider an insult, a personal insult to me as an individual. The implication being, of course, that women have more self-control. Women are much more selective in the process, and men we're just like dogs in heat. And any opportunity given to us, we sort of just go there. As the man here representing all men, let me say categorically that is a very prejudicial statement. Men, we have feelings too. We are emotional creatures also. And most of the men that I spoke with about this topic basically said they only cheated for a few reasons. One being they were not being satisfied at home by their partner. Maybe she wasn't willing to experiment or try something new or different, like swinging from the chandelier or something like that. Unfortunately, most men, what they said is they tried to get their partner to try something new, and she just said no. And maybe one night they went somewhere, they got drunk. Some young ladies suggested, and he innocently asked, "Would you do this?" And before you know it, in a drunken stupor, he unfortunately cheats. That was a primary reason told to me by most men, that the reason why men cheat at all is often as a result of not being satisfied. Now, I don't know what your thoughts are on that. Is it the same for women? Do women cheat because they're not being satisfied?
Well, going back to men cheating because they're not feeling satisfied. I mean, when are you ever satisfied? You know, so it's like,
Oh,
are you,
no, that's not.
are you gonna cheat every time you're not sat? If the dinner is not made according to how you like it, you're gonna cheat. It's like a cop out. The excuses.
No. Come on. You know, you're being unreasonable. You're being unreasonable. Look, if I let's just say I like fellatio, I like oral, for instance, and my partner she doesn't like that, or she doesn't believe in that, or she doesn't want to do it as often, and let us say something that really gets me off. And we're in a committed relationship. It's me and her together. We're a couple, and we're she's my person, I'm her person, and I say to her, babes, I really like when you do this. So when we do this, if not every time, as often as is possible. And she says, no, no. What's up, the dear ex? She says, no, me not gonna do that. Me not like do it. I only did it. In fact, I know for incident, Alicia, with one of my male friends, when he got married, the night of his honeymoon, his wife said, "You not have to do that no more."
Whoa.
I'm telling you. His wife said, "Come, me and this person are like this." And he's not somebody who would talk about that aspect of marriage. But he said on the night, she said, "Me not have to do this no more. Because this thing is nastiness and I don't want to do this." And he just never did it again. And he tried his best. He was faithful for 2 years. 2 years he tried everything. But it's something that he really enjoyed. And he felt that she deceived him because she did it right up until they got married. And then when they got married, she said, "I'm not doing it anymore." I think sometimes women don't understand that men, we're emotional, but we're very physical. We're
Right.
very physical. And I think women are physical creatures too. I think this lie that women are, you have a stronger sense of self, you have more self-control. I don't believe that. I don't see any proof to that. I think that's just something women made up, to make men look ridiculous and to justify their actions, right? So I think really, in essence, women cheat more than men. I really believe this. I think you are more organized. I think Nadira is laughing just a man get tricked. That's not funny, no, Nadira. It wasn't funny to my brethren. I really think that okay, I admit men, our egos tend to get to us. Our egos get in the way a lot, right? So and we're physical beings. So let me give you a simple example. Let's say you and I got together, Alicia. You're a beautiful woman. But in the process of us getting together, you gain 10 pounds, 15 pounds, 30 pounds, 50 pounds, 80 pounds. And let's say I am not really into women who are that big, let us say. What if I cheat? If I come to you and I say, "Boy, Alicia, I'm working out at the gym, baby. Come to the gym and work out with me, or let's go walking together, or let me cook a nice meal for you, more. If after 2 years of you saying no, 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 or 3 years, I drift, and I cheat. Why
I
emotional
mean,
cheating?
I hear you, Peter. That can be understandable because you communicate with the person, like, let's try this, or I noticed that you gained some weight. What's going on? You talk to each other. And then if the other person is like, "I don't care about your feelings or what you think or how you feel," then I can understand where men will drift in that situation. My issue is when men cheat just for no reason, just because it's just casual for them. They just happen to be at the right place at the right time with someone, and they're like, "Oops, I made a mistake." That's the type of cheating that I disagree with.
But wait a minute. But hold on. Are you saying to me that women don't ever do that? Are you saying women never ever do that?
But I know that usually when women cheat, it's because the love for that man has gone. It's drifted, and they probably are too afraid to end the relationship, or feel like you said before, the ego is so fragile with a guy that that woman might feel like, oh my God, I'm gonna break his heart if I break up with him or tell him that I'm cheating. So they might just do it on the
Wow.
side.
Hold on, let me say hello to some people. Nadira X, thanks for stopping by. Vern's Junk Closet. Yes, my twin. She said hello, family at Peter Lloyd World and my twin. Listen, I okay, there's something about that that's very condescending about what you just said. Listen what you just said. You said men will just let's just say you and I are together and I go away on a business trip for the weekend. And there's a girl at the office who I find attractive. And she says, why don't we get together? And I'm just going to just, because I'm a man, I'm a wild beast and I can't control myself, right? I'm just gonna jump on it and just do it.
Because you shouldn't be with her. If you're married and she comes to you and she says, "Oh, let's go have a drink," you should know better to be like, "Nope," because I know how this is gonna end.
How am I gonna know? No, wait a minute. No, that's not fair.
Now,
No, wait. First of all,
women are
no,
easy to read. If you know when a woman is flirting with you. If you're at the office and a woman says, "Oh, Peter, let's go have some drink," you know she's flirting. So you know better.
It could just be innocent. She could just wanna, maybe she's tired, maybe she's alone, she feels lonely,
No,
she wants to hang out with her
that's the
friend.
reason why you shouldn't go, because she's alone.
No, but no, wait a minute. Now. The assumption here, right? And this is why this conversation is unfair and it's prejudicial. Because you're assuming this is what you just said. You basically said a woman will only cheat on a man if she's no longer satisfied, but she doesn't want to hurt his feelings, right? That's a justification. That's a justification, right? I mean, if she's tired of him, she should just end it, right? I think what happens to most men, all right, Nadira says, Peter, really? You know when someone is flirting. No, Nadira, wait a minute. I really, wait a minute. I've been told by my friends that I really don't often know when, because I'm generally a very nice person. I'm going to be very respectful to women, right? So, but what I'm saying is, the implication in the conversation, Alicia, is that men, it's almost like, we're robots. And in other words, I don't want to use the word JJ, but from we see the JJ and the woman is attractive. Look, children have to be attractive. We just can't help ourselves. And I'm personally insulted by that idea. Because first of all, if all these men are cheating, who are we cheating with? Are we all cheating with one woman? Is it just one woman who's helping? So there are clearly many women who are cheating also. Tons of women. I've had married women. I've had women in relationships. I've had women with my friends make passes at me. And being an honorable man, I said, well, maybe 2 times I didn't say no. But most of the times I said, no, wait a minute. No, those 2 times that I said yes is a little different. All right? I mean, it's a little different, but I'm saying, why do we always assume? Because even the statistics, when I research, the statisticians say men cheat 20% of all men cheat. That's an insult. And 13% of all women cheat. So there's one woman who's cheating with 7% all on her own. All right? She's doing all the cheating with all these other men. I'm saying it must be very easy to excuse that. Men can cheat because we are frail emotionally, because we have lost our way. We can cheat because we're fragile, because we're fragile creatures. Women just think we have no feeling and it's all about the coochie and that's all we want. We don't care about anything else. And when I talk to most of my male friends, that's not true.
I think mainly why men cheat is because it's a feeling of being unfulfilled. Like, for example, I know this gentleman who is 63 and he lives with someone and he claims that she does everything right and he's happy at home, but he cheats all the time with different women. So I asked him, I said, if she's doing everything right, why are you stepping outside of that relationship? And he's like, oh, because I'm bored, because it's fun. And I'm like, no. Let's backtrack. You're not completely happy. You're not telling me the truth. You know, there's something lacking or you're feeling unfulfilled in some parts of your life where you have to step outside of that relationship. Because if she's doing everything right at home, we're adults. We're smart enough to know somebody's doing everything right. You're happy, right? He
Should
claims
be,
that
should
he's
be.
just bored.
Yeah, but he's not the norm. He's the exception to the rule.
That's a lot
He's
of
not the
men,
norm.
Peter. That's a lot of men.
But that's a lot of women also. What I'm saying is, I think listen. I'm not saying men do not cheat because men cheat. I've cheated, unfortunately. I've done stupid things, but I think women cheat as much. Whenever I got to that point where I was with someone and I decided to cheat, there was never a shortage of women who were willing to cheat with me. They just were there. And they knew, in some instances, they knew, he's seeing this person. And they were like, it's okay, it's fine. I just think women are better at cheating. I just think men are stupid. I don't say we're stupid. I don't say that, right? But I just kind of think, I kind of think we're just, we don't think the things through to its logical conclusion. You know what I'm saying? Nadia said, at
You
least,
don't think with this. You don't think with this.
we think with this. Is that what you're saying? No, listen. I think women are just better at it. I think, okay, let me give you a simple example. A man, for instance, I've had male friends, this happened to them. They meet Nadine. They meet Nadine, and Nadine is very attractive, and they find her attractive. Because I think it's okay to win the shop as a man. I know women win the shop too, right? So you're going to find people. So you meet Nadine. Nadine is very attractive. She looks good. And you say to yourself, boy, I really like Nadine. And Nadine finally kind of hints, I kind of like you too, right? I think most men initially say, you know what, I'm not going to do this to my girl. Not my girl, I'm not going to do this. And the women pressure the men. They pressure the men. And eventually the man gives in because I've been with someone, at least a few women, because I didn't want them to feel bad. Like they kind of they manipulated me emotionally.
So what you're saying is that men are weak.
No, I'm not saying no, that's not no, hold on there. I'm not saying that we're weak. That's that's unreasonable. I'm simply saying that when it happens with a man, it's not something that is calculated or thought out. I find women will calculate it. I told you I lived with someone for 2 years, and for the 2 years she was cheating on me. And I had no clue. And her friends tried to tell me. But my ego said, no, there's no way. There's no way. There's no way she could be cheating on me. But it turned out that it was true. She was cheating on me. Women, I think you are better at cheating because you don't change stuff up. What we do, which is foolish, is let's say I don't wear cologne normally, and I meet a girl who is 10 years younger than me, and she says, "Baby, you should wear some cologne." So I wear cologne. She says, "You have a nice body. Why don't you wear some of those muscle fitting shirts?" My wife is gonna say, "Hey, what's going on?" Why is he suddenly?
That's how we know.
Yeah, but you really think, are you really trying to tell me that women are not cheating just as much? You're just better at it.
Well, yeah, women do cheat, and women are more clever than men when it comes to certain things and maybe cheating. So that's why it's easy to disguise. But I just feel like men cheat more. I feel like when women cheat, it's a breaking point. We can't take it no more. We're like, we're out, we're done. We don't love him anymore. It's we don't just cheat casually like that.
Really?
Yeah, we don't.
Okay, seriously, women do not. You really think women don't cheat casually?
No, we cheat when women cheat is because there's something at home that's lacking. Either the man is not performing sexually or he's not giving her any more attention, and she seeks that attention elsewhere with another guy. And then she starts to talk to him on the phone, and he texts her more, the good morning text and such, and she becomes so emotionally bonded with that person. And then the guy at home is like, this is gone. The love is gone once that happens. But men, it's just casual cheating. It's just sex. And then you come back home and you love on your wife. You know, it's different. Men can cheat and be with another girl, and then 2 weeks later they stop talking to that girl. Then they find another one. But when women cheat, it's an emotional bond with that person.
So are you saying? So wait a minute. You don't think it could be something that's lacking in the man why he's cheating like that? You don't think that he could have a problem himself?
Yeah, I do. I feel when people cheat, there's some unfulfillment going on somewhere in the relationship or in their life. And even with men, there's something not right at home while he steps out. That's why I said that friend that said that everything's fine at home. I'm like, that can't be true. You know, there's something lacking there. And it's hard to be, you know, it's very hard to be brutally honest with ourselves, because like when you really sit down and you're honest with yourself, you start unpacking things that you never knew existed there.
But what you seem to be implying is that we have no feelings generally. We just do it because, in other words, we're opportunistic. The moment there's an opportunity to do it, we're just gonna go do it.
You might be a white man and you're talking to a black girl and you want to taste the black girl, so you cheat. Right.
Wow.
You cheat casually, but then you go back home to your white wife, you know, and such.
Hey, Nikki.
That as an example.
I don't know. Nadina, Nikki, Verns, what do you think? Because I just kind of think I don't see any men in the stream here, so I'm like the only man here. And you know, I have heard these arguments. Look, I kind of think, okay, you know how they say it's you shouldn't what's the correct terminology? You know how they say you should not stereotype someone? I think women stereotype men, right? I think generally men, we do cheat. I mean, you know, I'm not saying, you know, like I said, I have cheated, you know, but I think we also cheat. Oh, Nikki, the question is he said, she said, who cheats more, men or women? Triple Deuce, my brother, I need your help right about now. The question is, who cheats more, men or women? I'm here standing up for the men. Alicia's here standing up for the queens, for the women. Triple Deuce, I need your help, my brother. I need your help. I kind of think women have a way of stereotyping, you know, that men, we have no feelings, etc. I mean, we can also need. I mean, look, I remember there was one time that I cheated, and what happened was, I just met someone who she listened. The person I was with was not listening to me. You know, I mean, she's attractive. She was very attractive, but that wasn't the first thing. And what happened is that it got to a point where anytime there was an issue, I called her, you know, and she listened. She was a good listener. And I went to my partner at the time and I was like, you know, we should talk more. And she was like, I'm too busy. I don't want to talk to you about this, whatever. And then one day I went to the mall and I saw the person, you know, and she said, hey, what you doing? And I was like, you know, I'm here. She said, let's go to the movies. And there was a movie I wanted to see that my partner would never have done. Right? It was an action movie. And she liked it. So we went to the movie. It was all innocent. And while we're at the movie, you know, I mean, you know, she kind of, you know, started, you know. And I was
you know where that was going.
No, oh, come on. That's not, I did not.
This is what I don't like about men. You guys act like you don't know when a woman is flirting with you.
Oh, wait a minute. All right, wait, Triple J Scratcher says, what counts as cheating? That's actually a very good question. I think what counts as cheating is ending up in a physical relationship with a person. Is that what we're talking about? That's what we're talking about. Being
Oh,
sexual with the person.
well, I count cheating as you can't tell your partner about that person or the things that you do with that person. Like, would you have told your partner that you went to the movies with that girl?
I told my partner at the time. I told her I went to the movies. She was upset, right? I mean, and I said, you know, I would have preferred to have gone to the movie with you. And she was still upset, right? And then what she did is she locked off the pooch. She was upset, so she said I could not access the pooch, you know what I'm saying, for a while. And I mean, and you know, I mean, I really needed, you know, and I called the person and I complained to her, you know, and she said, you know, why don't you come over later and let's talk, you know, because she said she was busy. So wait, no, wait a minute. Let me get back to some of these. Nikki is laughing. Nadira says, Alicia's face though. Nadira would say your face. Virg, my sister said, cheating to me is if you are giving your time and energy to another person. But Verns, that
Yes. Yes.
oh, wait a minute. That's Burns, sis. That's very extreme, though. I mean, I have. Okay, right now I have a bestie. My bestie is a girl, and we spend hours hanging out and talking to each other. But I mean, of course, nothing would happen. Would you consider that cheating? Triple you say that's a whole another level, Alicia.
Well, that's not cheating because you're open about that. You're open about your bestie, but that other girl, you weren't open about her.
I mean, I wasn't open. But listen, let me tell you, when I went to her apartment that night, that was the last thing I was thinking about. I was not. I just went. You know, we were talking, and then I remember distinctly. She was in her work clothes and she changed and she came out in something very revealing. Let's say, right, revealing. And Nadia X says, "Lord Peter."
Because she knew what
Wait.
in her
No, wait a
mind.
minute. Let me tell you. I resisted. I said, no, no. And like she was trying to kiss me, and I was like, no, no, we can't do this. And, no, listen, wait a minute. Why are you laughing? Why is everybody laughing? Tribune says that's a whole nother level, Alicia. Thank you. He says, seems like women and men give different definition to cheating. Yes, my
Yes,
brother. Yes,
that's
that's a
true.
nail on the head. Because I think if a woman believes that if I am talking to someone, spending too much time with that person, enjoying the person's time, even if we're not physical, she will consider that cheating. Is that true?
Yes, because we know that when men bond with women that they like, it becomes like an emotional connection. And that's one of the reasons why men date or marry certain women, the attraction and emotional connection, right? So if you see your
Yeah.
boyfriend talking to a girl all the time, you know that that emotional connection is there, and you
Mhm.
start to feel some type of way. Can't blame
That doesn't make sense because I mean, you might have a male friend that you talk to all the time. We don't feel that way. I don't care about who you're talking to, as long as you're not, you know, dooga dooga. I mean, as long as you're not getting, physical. Wait a minute, Triple News says Peter got raped.
us. And he liked it.
No, listen. I seriously though, I resisted because I remember she was, you know, I was like, no, we can't do this. We can't. And then, and then she sort of pinned me down. And I wasn't sure what to do. Wait a minute. Come on, people. I'm being honest here. I'm exposing my soul here. And even when we were doing it, I felt bad because it's like this is not what I wanted. I felt as if I'd been assaulted sexually. I felt terrible. And then
So did
she
you only
said,
do it once?
"No, I was forced to do it." No, listen. No, I'm going to explain what happened. She happened to have been very good friends with my person at the time. And she said, if you don't do it more, I'm going to tell your person that you physically assaulted me. That really happened.
Whoa.
Yeah, that really happened. And I can imagine many other men in the same situation where, you just get into the situation and you don't know how to get out of the situation. I mean, I was much younger then. At this stage, I would have said no, walked out. I would have walked out. Triple Deuce, you're supposed to step on my side, my brother. You're supposed to step on my side. Triple Deuce said, man can't help it if he's pinned down. Triple Deuce, I was innocent, my brother, innocent. And Nadira X is, why is everybody in the stream laughing? Everybody in the stream laughing.
I can't believe it.
No, but it's the truth. But what I'm saying is women assume that men have no feelings and that we're driven by our other head, okay? That we can't help ourselves. But most of the men I know, they say no, I'm not going to do that. I've said no, I'm not going to do that. You're not worth my losing your partner because of this. I don't think men are as cold and heartless. I just think women are a lot better at executing cheating. I don't think men think cheating through. It's like what happened to me that night. I went to the apartment, totally innocent. That wasn't even on my mind. But clearly, she had calculated that she was going to do this, right? I didn't. I just went, because it's my sister, and she betrayed my trust. All right, she betrayed my trust. And women never think that men can fall into this kind of.
Because
Alicia, you're smiling. Why are you smiling?
Because sometimes we mistake a guy just being nice for flirting. So it's hard when you're talking to a girl. She thinks you're flirting with her, and if you go back to her apartment or whatever, she's like, "Okay, this is what he wants." So that's why I'm saying, as a guy, you have to make sure that you're not in that situation, because that's just how we think.
But you know what? She had a boyfriend,
mm-hmm.
and I knew the boyfriend, and she knew my boyfriend at the time, right? She cheated. I was the victim. So Triple says, he said, I believe Peter, he is innocent and a victim. I don't know if I can say this. Triple said, Punani seduce him. Impossible to resist. Look, the real question here, right, is do women cheat more than men, or do men cheat more than women? And I think it is women often, okay, I think statistically there are more women in the world than men. Is that correct? Is that correct?
Correct.
So more women in the world than men. Okay. Now, I find in most work environments, certainly in Jamaica, I don't know about anywhere else, you find more women in the workplace than you find men in the workplace, right? My question is, if women are so innocent in this process, who are these men cheating?
Well, I don't believe that women are innocent. I just believe that men cheat more. I believe.
But why? What's the basis? But there's no basis. You're just listen. What you're doing is you're doing what a lot of women are doing. Nadira X, why are you laughing? Why are you laughing, Nadira? Listen, you're making an assumption. It's blessed one. What one? Welcome, blessed one. Blessed afternoon. Blessed one. We are discussing, myself and Queen Alicia. We're discussing. It's called He Said, She Said. We're discussing who cheats more, men or women. Who cheats more, men or women? I am saying that women cheat more. They're just better at it. And men is like, I agree with you, one thing you said. Men tend to fall into these situations. They don't work it out. It happens right there and then. Like that blessed one says, men. But I'm saying, what is the statistics behind all of that, blessed one? Alicia, we're just assuming that men, all right, this is what offends me about it. Women assume that men are like wild animals. We can't control ourselves, all right? I agree, there are some men who are like that. But I also think there are women women are much more deadly when it comes to cheating because it's pre-conceived. You think about it, you share your friends know the cover up, you know. So for example, you and I are together. You call Nadira X, you call Blessed. I'm going to go meet Barry today. I'm going to cheat on Peter, you know. So when I call, you say I'm going to be by Nadira X. So when I call Nadira and say, Nadira, have you seen Alicia? She said, oh yeah, man, but she's in the classroom. I tell her to call you when she come out. Now it's true. Men don't think like that.
Okay,
They
I
don't.
see. So you're saying that women plan out the cheating.
That's what I think. That's it. That's the impression I get, and I think that's why there is a sense that women cheat less than men, simply because you are better at it. Hold on there. Vern's John Claude said, "No one should cheat unless something is missing in the relationship for the other to search out another person." I agree. I agree. Triple Deuce says, Nadia does a laugh. Triple says, "I would come on the panel and help you, but I have too many followers watching now. I don't want to set up myself for a trap." Triple Deuce, you know,
He has too many
I appreciate
entanglements.
of that, bro. What you said? What
I
you
said
said?
he has too many entanglements.
Too many entanglements. Yeah, I listen. I can almost vouch for him. He's my brother, but I kind of think so. I'm saying I just think what it is that women are better at the process. Like I said, I was with someone and all her friends knew. All her friends knew. I never figured it out until the very end of the process when she got married.
Wow, for two
Figured it
years.
out. 2 years, didn't figure it out. Lovely
Wow.
person. We're very good friends now. Still love her. But I'm saying, I think what happens is that we assume that men, because men are supposed to be the aggressors, you know, we're supposed to hunt. My dad taught me something. My dad said, no man hunts. The woman allows him to think he's a hunter.
Okay.
Right? I mean, you know, if you're not, if I like you and you have no interest in me, unless I'm going to be raping you, there's no hope. But if
Right.
you like me, I remember a young lady I dated called Grace many years ago. And she, the first night I noticed her, I went to a club and she came and she bent over to pick up something in front of me and she was not wearing any undies. I was like, what? You know what I'm saying? And my friend was like, yo, she obviously like you. She's, you know, and you know, that's how we hooked up. And years after, she said, I really did like you, and you weren't noticing me, so I made sure that you noticed me that night. And I definitely did. I think more often than not, we are the victims. I think we are seduced and we don't even realize we're being seduced. And that's why I
You
say,
said the men are victims?
I think we're often the victims. We are being seduced and we don't even realize that we are being seduced because of our own arrogance, you know, because we think we're special. So, you know, I think women manipulate men
I think
much
men
more.
I think men know they're being seduced and the ego loves it. So you let it happen. It's a way to fuel your ego.
In some instances, but not all. You don't think that there are times when okay, so let's just say you are correct. Who are all these women who are seducing these men who are entangled? Who are all these women?
Women who are lonely,
But many of them have partners.
they're still
You
lonely.
see, no, but hold on there. But what you're assuming, you seem to be assuming that the man is going to be dating someone, but the woman is, you know, she's just lonely and you know she doesn't have anyone.
Sometimes you're in a relationship with someone and you still feel lonely.
Yeah, I mean, that has happened to me in the past. Vern says that is not ladylike. Yeah, I agree with you, Vern, but it worked. You know, we dated. It was worth it. I guess that was her way of trying to get my attention, and it
I was
worked.
thinking that also. Like she could have said, Peter, I like you instead of bending over.
Well, I guess she wanted to make her point, and that certainly caught my attention. That worked. I'm telling you, that worked. That was like, you know that song, that old song that says, "I saw the sun The moon, the mountains. I saw everything. I'm just saying though, I really think it is a built-in prejudice in society that makes men we're always the bad guy.
Right.
Like we are always cheating. I'm not saying men don't cheat, but I'm saying I have met a lot of women who are involved, even in recent years, who know my partner and that I love my partner very much. And they have sometimes subtly and sometimes very bluntly made it clear
Yeah.
I'm available. And the way they do it is so, that I think men are, they're foolish. Vern says, yuck, not class. I agree with you. I agree with you, sis. It was classy. She went, Nadira X says, she went for the touchdown. Well, all I'm saying is, when women say men cheat more than women,
Mm-hmm.
I really believe it is pre-programming. Because women are taught that men are, like we're wild animals and we can control ourselves. And most of the men I know, we can control ourselves. We can say no. I know many men who say no.
Right.
But I just think when women cheat, you are much more efficient about it. You are much smarter about it.
Right. Calculated.
Yes, it's very. I had a particular experience I can share now. Years ago, I went to a function many years ago, and there was a person who was with his mother. It was a modeling agency, and I used to go there to visit people. And they were having some big function one night, and there was this particular model who never spoke to me. I thought she hated my guts, and she came there with her fiance, and I got up. The bathroom was around the back. So they're having the function at the front, and the bathroom's at the back. And I went around the back to use the bathroom. It was a female bathroom and a male bathroom. Went into the male bathroom. Someone knocked the door, opened it. She came in, locked the door behind her, and said, "We're going to do this." And I did it. And her boyfriend was outside.
Wow.
He was right outside. And when we finished, she left. And when we went back, she never spoke to me. For another like 6 months, she just never spoke to me. And that's when I realized, you know what? Us men are really stupid. We're stupid because I could not have told that young man that night that you get what I'm trying to say to you.
Mm-hmm.
I've come to realize that men, we can be victims too. I really think women cheat more. And I do also think that some men cheat because of, emotional issues. We're not getting enough attention from our partners, etc. But I also think that there are women who are just opportunistic.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Right? So I think when we say women cheat less, that's just a natural prejudice that we have. I really think that men do not cheat as much as
Yeah,
women.
and I totally agree with that, Peter. And I also agree with there's a lot of women who do cheat as like payback, to get back at a friend or to get back at a guy. I've noticed that a lot, especially nowadays. There's a lot of payback cheating, just to piss somebody off. Women do that a lot.
So are you agreeing with me that there's a high possibility that women cheat more than men?
I won't
But you're
say
just
that women
better at
cheat
hiding
more.
it.
I won't say that women cheat more, but I honestly have to admit that sometimes women cheat the most grimiest. Yeah, more grimy than men.
What do you mean by that?
Sometimes when a woman, like, for example, if I have a friend and she sees me in a relationship with someone and it's going great, and I tell her nice things about my guy or whatever, and she's envious or whatever, she might go flirt with him, and he, like you said, men are dumb and he's stupid and he falls for the.
No, I didn't say we're dumb. I didn't say. I said we're victims. I said we're victims. I'm going to correct that. I said we're victims too. We can be victims. We can be innocent in the process.
Okay, so he can innocently innocently think that she's just being nice, and then she traps him somewhere and he falls for the trap. And she knows that that's my guy, but because she's so jealous, she's gonna go and try to take him from me. That's what I call grimy. And I noticed that a
Okay.
lot of women do that. Like, you can't
Hmm.
tell another woman how well your man is treating you. You gotta keep that on the hush, ladies.
Right. Okay. But that seems to be leaning towards what I'm saying. It really, it's just that women are better at the process than men. And maybe we are not bright in the sense that we allow ourselves to be led easily. But I just don't think we are out there, actively cheating more than men. Triple News Channel says we are dumb victims. I don't want to say dumb, bro, but we can be victims. The DX says dumb victims. Jeez, Peter, she's dying. I mean, I can't. What I'm saying is, I think that there's a lot of preconceptions about men.
Mm-hmm.
That men just cheat, and I know many men who have never cheated.
Yeah.
Actually, I have friends who are like that. And I know friends who have never cheated, but in a group of men, they've said they've cheated because the ego, you don't want to look like Jamaica. They say you're soft, so so you pretend as if you have done such stuff that you've just never done. I mean, I kind of think a lot of men. The impression given in society that men cheat more has to do with the fact that our society tends to be patriarchal and not matriarchal. So a lot of the ideas come from men. We use women as the sexual objects and the sexual symbols. Not men are not often used in that way, and when they are used in that way, they're also portrayed as stupid,
Yeah.
not very smart, or not very. You understand me? So I really think what's happening is that women are cheating much more, but you're just slick. You're just better at the process. We just make. I mean, like I've seen men do things that make no sense. Give you an example. I'm with you. Your sister comes and I try to make a pass with your sister like that. Why would I? It makes no sense.
No.
What I'm saying, it makes no sense. The woman is not going to do that. She's going to find someone that you would never think that she's cheating with this person because she has other reasons for doing what she's doing. So um, so we are victims, I think, of this programming that says men cheat. Not all of us do that. I mean, I did back in the day when I was younger and I was foolish. But I've got to the point where I realized cheating is just too much stress.
Yeah.
Right?
Also, Peter, I think also it's also because men, at first, like in the dating game, when you first meet a guy, men tend to lie. That's a fact. Can we agree
Yeah.
that's a fact? Men tend to lie because they want to portray this image that it's this way. And then as a woman, when you're dating them in the beginning, you have to keep your guard up because you're trying to find out the truth. So I think that's why society.
No, I don't. No, I don't think it's lying. I think what it is when we start. I think there's a lot of pressure from society for men to be what we cannot always be. So we're supposed to be tall and dark and handsome and lean and muscular and wealthy and all these things combined, which is a lot of stress on a man. And I find men exaggerate. So let me give you an example. Back in the day, I had friends who would borrow their friend's car. Like their friend owns a Jaguar, their friend owns a Jeep, or their friend owns a nice upscale vehicle. So they borrow that car to go pick you up, to show off. Hey, Nikki, you're back. Nikki says I'm back. Triple D says I need to stop commenting. I forget I have followers watching. Some men, we have a lot of stress on us. Society tells us that we have to be these things that all of us simply cannot be. All men can't be those things, right? So you're right. When a man meets a woman, many men, not all, he may exaggerate a little bit. He may exaggerate a little bit.
Exaggerate, lie.
I'm not gonna say lie. I mean, he may exaggerate. He may say, he may say I'm wealthy, and he's certainly not wealthy. He's
Okay,
okay.
I'm gonna give you an example. I
Yeah.
met this guy before, right? and we met and we spoke on the phone like all the time, every night. And you know, women, we are very meticulous. I listen every night. I would listen, with my inner ear, and I noticed that he was always driving whenever he was talking to me on the phone. So then, you know what I did? I asked him his last name. We were just talking casually, and I asked him his last name. Then I went on Facebook and I researched him, and I saw that he had a picture with someone. So I went on her page, and she had a lot of pictures with him. But he told me that he was single. And then I noticed that every time he called me, he was driving. So that's what I mean about in the beginning, men just tell these little lies, and we have to go and sadly have to research, you know?
But you see that's just a different brain because no man would have thought about driving. That would make it, we would make that connection. I mean, so he obviously lied to you. He obviously was lying, but I'm saying all men don't do that.
Right, not
I
all
do know
men.
that, but I do know that men do exaggerate because of other reasons, other things, you know what I'm saying? But I still think, and I honestly believe this, that women actually cheat more. I just think you are better at hiding the fact. We change stuff, like let's say I start cheating with you, and you say to me, babes, why don't you get this nice cologne? And I don't normally wear cologne.
Right.
And I buy cologne. And you say, babes, we should go to the gym and build up your chest. And suddenly, after 20 years of never working out, I just, I'm going to the gym. Babes, why don't you plait your locks? I start plaiting my locks. Then I think my other half, she's going to say, hey, cologne, I've never seen him wear cologne. You know what I'm saying? Why suddenly wants to go to the gym? That's what I'm saying. I just think, though, that if a woman is going to cheat, she's not going to change anything. She's gonna come home from work at the same time. She's gonna wear the same clothes. She's not gonna try anything freaky in bed. Nothing new. Maybe let's try swinging from the chandelier or something like that. I think that's the problem with men. I think our problem is we are going to give ourselves away, or we do this thing, where we hide the phone, or that we always put the phone down, or I think women notice that because you just said it. You said you noticed that he was always driving. There is no man on planet Earth who would have noticed that. If he was a woman he was talking to, he would not have made a connection. He would
Right.
have just and he would not have gone as far as to go on Facebook. So say you're not calculating. You're calculating. We are not. We're the victims here. In fact, I think most men are seduced by these other women. They're seduced because I don't think any man actually seduces a woman. I think he can try, but I think, my dad used to say, within 5 minutes of meeting you, she knows if she likes you.
Yeah, that's true.
Within 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? My sisters used to say, just keep your mouth closed so you don't say the wrong thing.
Right.
That's it. Right. So we are the victims. We are the victims. And if you are, listen, if you are calculating enough, just notice. I mean, how could you notice that? Oh, he's always driving. Why is he always driving? You see, that's the genius of women. That's the genius of women. You cheat more than we do, but you are so good at it that not even the guys who do the statistics can get it. You know what I'm saying? Because you have this stuff covered. We never have our stuff covered. I mean, like we never. I had a friend. I was in Florida, and his wife called and said, "Where is so and so?" And I was like, you know, I put it on hold, and I started calling all over the place. He was in Atlanta, and I said,
Oh,
"Your wife?" And he said, "Oh, I told her I was staying with you." I'm like, "Oh, you never tell me this? Like me? Oh, you never tell me this?" I threw away the phone. So I threw away the phone and stuff. 6 months later, they were separated because
wow.
she had figured out that I somehow she knew I'd threw away the phone. She figured it out. And what she told him was that the sound she was hearing where I was different from where he was. Man is going to notice that. We other
But
stuff.
but Peter, why do we have to be that way? Because men cheat more.
No, because you are programmed to believe that.
No, that is based on environment. That's environmental. We have to just become that because we're just tired of it.
I don't know. Vicky says women pick up on things. Nadira X says Peter the victim thing now go work. Weak is better analogy. we are smarter. These tired birds is like I just think women are cheating more, but we can't prove it because of our ego, right? We think we're going to be fulfilling you in every way anyway. And I think if you are cheating, you're not going to be changing your behavior and stuff. We do that dumb stuff. You don't do it. So I really think that women do cheat more. Although the statistics, people, I checked the statistics. Statistics says 20% of all men cheat, 13% of women cheat. I do not believe those statistics. I just believe that you are better at what you do. And listen to what you just said. I mean, my brain couldn't even go there. If I'm talking to a girl, I'm not going to notice that every time she talks to me, she's driving. I would never make that connection. Right? You understand me? I would never.
It was based. That's why I said conversation and communication is so important, because it was just based on the conversation. Things didn't add up, and that's when I took it to another level.
Oh, the detective came on.
It has to come out. It's 2021. Dating. People are crazy.
So okay, so you don't no, honestly though, do you think it's possible that women are cheating more, but you're just better at the process?
I just don't think women are cheating more. I think there's so many varieties of women and so many ways for people to cheat with, like, social media, and you know, it's hard for people to settle down nowadays because so many options, and men are just loose nowadays. It's like it's gotten worse.
Wow.
It's gotten so bad. I think it's hard for women actually to even find someone who's serious.
Well, I've had my male friends complain about the same thing. I've had my male friends say I cannot find a good woman. You know.
Yes, they can. They just don't want that one.
Oh no. What they all say to me is she either just wants money, or she wants to use me, or I think a lot of people have these ideas in their heads, but I'm just saying, if 20% men cheating and 13% women cheat, then maybe 3 of that 13% are cheating with all those 20% of men. I mean, I just think that the very fact that your brain could have gone as far as listening. Wait a minute, he's always driving.
You know what, Peter? Also, because when I meet someone, I automatically assume they have someone. I never believe that people are 100% single. I always believe that people are always talking to somebody and they're just trying to see which one they really like, and then they take it to the next level.
I get it. All right, that kind of makes sense. Nadia says, I must stay single, crazy people there.
Yes, Nadia, they're crazy out there.
Well, I do know that social media has changed this process like forever. It's really, it's kind of weird to me because if I don't know you, I don't understand a lot of the process where this is concerned. And you are right, because of social media, I guess there's more accessibility, but there's more accessibility for both men and women.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's both. So I still think that women are cheating more. I just think you guys are better at this. You're smarter at this. And men are so stupid. We tell people. We tell our friends. Who does that? Bobby, I'm cheating on X with Y. Women don't do that.
Because the male ego again.
But that's what I'm saying. So I just think it appears as if more of us are doing it because we tend to be more upfront and we chat too much. The triple producer started to put up he has the emoji with the zipper across the mouth. He's right. We just talk way too much. All right, so I guess we are not going to agree on this one. I am convinced that men do not cheat any more than women. I would say we are probably about even.
Yeah.
But I just think women are just much better at the process. Women are smarter in the sense that it doesn't mean that we're dumb, but women women are more Sherlock Holmesy than men are. You know, they're gonna seek out stuff. Men very rarely do this. You
We
don't
have to
even
do
see.
that. Women have
You
to
know
do
what?
that. And that,
What?
my ex told me that. He said, when you date another guy, you better check him out first because these men out here are no good. He told, and he's a man.
Wow. Wow.
He
I need to
expects
talk. I
men
need to have a
better than
conversation
you.
with that brother. I need to have a conversation with him. I need to tell him, yo, come on, man. That's, that is not that's not cool, man. Um,
He said
Nadira
for
says,
me, it's probably me. And he's been right. He's been
yeah.
right. Like I have to do research. You know, I can't 100% trust a guy and believe anything that he tells me. I'm like, we'll see.
Well, I mean, I agree with that, but that is both sexes. I mean, what I'm saying is, I just think there is a tendency to believe that it's just men who are doing it. I mean, and like I said, I realize that there are many women who are doing this. Many,
Yeah.
but smart at the process, you know. So I mean, for me, I would say men and women are teaching about roughly the same, but men we chat too much. We chat too much, and and even when men fabricate stuff, there's no logic to the fabrication. You know, they just make up nonsense sentences, and they can't even remember what they fabricated. You know, they can't even. You know, and I find that women have elephant brain. You know, y'all don't forget anything.
Don't
Women
forget
don't
anything.
anything at all, and that's one of the problems with us as men. You know. Um, well, people, I don't know if you enjoy this, but this is going to be a series now between myself and Alicia where we're going to be talking about these things. We're going to be doing this next week again. Um, Another topic about men and women. I don't want to say men versus women because, you know, but unfortunately, that's how it always is. What any last words from you, Queen Alicia?
Um, you know, it's all about happiness and feeling good. And like I said, just sometimes it takes a little time. I don't like the word time, but sometimes it takes a little time to get to know people, you know. But as long as you're happy, go for it.
Go for what? Go for what?
Go
Cheating?
for whatever
Go
in
for
life.
okay. You see, you are hi Roxine. Hey Roxine, how you doing, sweetie? Roxine, we are discussing. It's called He Said She Said that we're discussing who cheats more, men or women, and I believe that it's about equal. Alicia believes that men cheat more, but I just think that's because men we're dumb. I don't want to say that, but you know we give ourselves away constantly. You know, uh, all the women in the stream, there's only one brother here with you, that's Triple D Scratcher. Everybody's saying men, you know, which is kind of unfair. But I just think that both groups are cheating about the same, but women are just more subtle. You're smart about what you're doing. You're more calculated, and we tend to be the victim. You know, men are seduced by women. Hey, Susie, you Google it. It says men cheat more. I did. It said men 20% of all men cheat, 30% of all women cheat. But I think those statistics are wrong, Susie. I think they are wrong. I think they are wrong. I really think it's
You
about
know what, TJ? I'm
even
gonna
about.
do a poll. I'm gonna do a poll on Instagram.
Okay, all right, okay, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do. You know, unfortunately, I kind of think more people are going to lean towards, you know, because us brothers, we don't stand up sometimes together. Susie said, Triple Juice said, Triple Juice says, Susie, Google is a woman. I agree with you, bro. That's why Google believes. That's why I do that. Roxine says men are not as good at hiding their infidelity. Woo! Hercules, Hercules, Hercules. Roxine, thank you. Finally, because I'm saying our problem is we give ourselves away constantly. This is a problem that men have in general. You know, you know what I'm saying? You know, listen, my dad gave me some great advice about women when I was 16. He said, listen, if you have the honor of a woman giving herself to you physically, keep it to yourself. do not share that with anyone, not even your brother,
Right.
because it's a privilege for her to have chosen to give herself to you. I think with men, sometimes we talk too much. You know what I mean? Or, we show off. It was that me going, I'm in New York and I see you walking down the road, you're gorgeous. And I turn to my friend and say, buddy, men do that dumb stuff. We do it all the time. And I think women are very good at doing this.
Yeah, that
And
is
no one is
true.
going to know.
You're right about
Mhm.
that. Women will cheat and be hush about it. You won't know. They won't even tell a friend sometimes.
See, so you're leaning towards what I'm saying, that there's a high possibility that it's really the women who are cheating even more than men. But Google's not going to find this out because you're never going to admit it. You are never going to admit it. You get what I'm saying? You are not going to, we are dumb enough. Listen, I've seen a very close friend of mine get into trouble with his wife because he told someone he had been with someone and we knew he had never been with her. He was just showing off one night. So we were at this place in Montego Bay, and this beautiful girl that everybody knows and likes walked past. And he said, in the presence of someone but his wife's friend heard, like he said, I've been with her. He was showing off, but he'd never been with a girl. And by the time he got home, his clothes were on the lawn. Like his
Just silly. Why risk that?
No, because I'm saying that's the problem with men. Our ego is a huge problem. That's a problem. But I'm saying to you that if in most instances we are seduced, because if my father was right, God rest his soul, and my father was normally right. My father said, no man ever seduces a woman. No man. It's a woman who decides, you know what, I'm going to give him a chance. I like him enough. Or you know what, if he shut his mouth, maybe.
Right.
It's so I kind of think it's even, but Google being a woman, and because women just think, y'all just think, like men are right, and this offends me. You women think that men are like wild animals. We can't help ourselves. Like once we see if a woman is naked and she lies on the bed, we're just gonna go strip our clothes off. And I don't think. I mean, I think we are cool enough to say, you know what, that looks really good. It looks like it would be pleasurable, but I'm strong enough to say no. No,
So,
you
Peter,
know what
you
I'm
don't
saying?
think that men are more flirtatious?
I don't think men are flirtatious. I think men, it is innate for men to be nice to women. And I think sometimes that's misinterpreted because that happened to me. Where, I'm Rastafari, so I call every man king and every woman queen. And I found in the past that some women misinterpret when I say, you're a queen, you start thinking of it but I'm just giving them, what I they deserve. They are queens. You know what I'm saying? And I can't speak for all men where that comes from because I know that I can be a little naive. I have some very close female friends who have had to say, Peter, that person likes you. And I'm like, I didn't really realize that the person liked me like that. You know what I'm saying? I just think it's not that we're more flirtatious. I just think men naturally, if you see an attractive woman, you see an attractive woman. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta open the door, you're gonna smile, you know what I'm saying. It's not really that we're flirtatious. It doesn't mean that we have an intention to do more. Nadira says, idiot. No, Nadira. She says, Peter, that girl bent over and you beat your chest. So no, that was a little different though. That was a little different though. I mean, that was that. I'll explain to you when I talk to Nadir. That was a little different though because I'd always thought she was a very attractive girl and she never ever showed any interest in me until that night. I was about to go on stage. She came backstage. She picked up something. She bent over and come. And last night I was so into you. It was a little different, but it's and it's just it's just men. So I don't think we're always more flirtatious. I mean, look at my brother Triple D Scratcher. When you go to his stream, it's all beautiful women. It's just all beautiful women, right? I know Triple D Scratcher, he's a good boy, you know? But he's just a nice person, so women might misinterpret that. Triple D Scratcher, bro. Remember this. Remember I'm doing for you, bro. That, he's just being a nice person. So sometimes people may misinterpret that. If you get what I'm saying. And are you saying that women never flirt?
Well, when women flirt, I don't know if men don't know when women are flirting, because when women are flirting, other women can see it. But some men say they don't see it, and I don't understand how you guys don't see it.
I'm telling you the truth. I have to ask my female friends. They tend to tell me. Everybody says, no, women are more flirtatious, not just by what they say, but what they wear. That's a good one.
Okay.
What do you think? Yeah. If you are going somewhere and there's a guy you like, I'm sure you're going to dress. You're going to make sure your makeup is right, your hair is right. You're going to be looking sexy, right?
That's a fact.
Right. Okay, so it's the same thing. We flirt verbally, and you flirt visually.
Right.
Like the girl bending over. That was extreme, but it was. I guess she grabbed my attention.
That was more than flirting.
That was. I literally saw, when she bent over, I saw a light shining. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm on YouTube admitting this, but I literally saw, it was like seeing the Garden of Eden, like I was like, but that's what I'm saying. I just think men, we are simpler, and but I also think it's unfair that women think that men are not emotional creatures. They're emotional creatures. And sometimes men do cheat for emotional reasons, not just women.
Right.
I do think sometimes women just cheat because they just want to do something, or they are that girl at that event I was telling you about. I found out years later that she liked me, but her boyfriend hated my guts.
Wow.
So she just pretended as if she didn't like me. So when she saw the opportunity that night, she took it. You know what I'm saying? She took it, and her friends covered for her. Years later, she told me, I just don't think we think things through. We kind of just do stuff. In the spur of the moment. I think women are a little bit more calculated.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I just think that's the issue. So I really do believe more of you women cheat. We just get caught, and we're very bad at it. We do, like I said, we do stupid stuff. We start wearing different things and trying. Babe, let's try doing it from the chandelier, and your girlfriend's gonna say, "We've never ever. Why did someone do that?" You know what I'm saying? Or look what you said. If that guy was smart enough, he would have pulled over and talked. Just pull over in the car and talk. The fact that you could work out, wait a minute, why is he always driving? Men don't think like that. We are victims. Nadira says she was ready for action. Nadira, I cannot believe that. You see, I would ask the people listening if they think I'm right, that women actually cheat more than men. But there are far more women in the street than there are men. So do you think there's a possibility that I'm right, that women are cheating more, but men, because we're not very good at it, we get caught more?
I would have to do some more research by asking other people, like do a poll and just to see what they think, and then I could really think about it some more.
Yeah. Susie says, I'm the only one hearing the clicking noise. Like, yeah, we've been hearing it from the beginning of the broadcast, but we don't know what it is. We can't figure it out. I'm sorry about that, guys. No idea what it is. No idea. But I hope we don't have it in the next broadcast. Okay, so I guess we're going to leave this one without a full answer, I still believe I've adjusted my belief. I don't believe women cheat more. I think they're cheating just as much as men, but they're just better at it. Alicia, what do you think?
I still think men cheat more. Still
You're
think
not going to move
so.
from that, are you?
Yeah, I still think men cheat more, and they cheat more.
Okay, okay,
Men
okay.
cheat just because it's just like it's like a competition for them. Number game.
Oh, you mean that we're just trying to acquire as many women as we can?
Right. Yeah. It's just
And
a
there
game.
are men who think like that. I must
It's
admit.
like a
I know
cat and
men who think.
mouse game.
Yeah, there are men who think like that. Yushirai says men cheat more. I mean, I just kind of think that we all cheat about the same, but women are just better at hiding. Just smarter, just much more efficient. We just
Yeah.
chat too much.
I
I
do
think that's
agree
what
with
it is.
that too, that women are more effective when it comes to hiding cheating.
Yeah,
We're more
yeah.
clever.
I agree. I agree. Anyway, people, thank you for making it. He said, she said. We'll be doing this again next week. Hopefully, we can do this on Thursday because next week, Friday, we have Royals in concert. I hope you guys stop by
Oh,
for the great
yay.
concert next
Awesome.
week, Friday at 8 p.m. So I think we'll be doing this if Alicia is available. We will be discussing another he said, she said topic. Thank you guys for stopping by. You know what? Leave your comments below. Let us know what you think. Some of you have been very vocal so far. Let's know what you think. Do you agree with me that men and women are cheating about the same, but men are just terrible at it and women are better at hiding it? Or do you agree with Alicia who believes no, men just cheat more, kind of thing? All right, thank you guys. But next week when we do this, next week Thursday, we're going to be doing this from Alicia's channel, which is called Viva Color. That is VIVAKOLOR. Go check her out. She has some great blogs. It's great to see some of my family here. Triple U for a minute. I'm glad you had fun. Susie, thank you. We're just trying to do something that's light-hearted and stuff. Maybe next week we can get some more people in the panel and we can just talk. But thank you so much for making it. He said, she said, right?
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys. I love you guys. Thank you very, very much.
Awesome.
Susie says, funny. I was the only woman in an all-man workplace, so I was a fly on the wall. I learned like this. Thank you for stopping by, Yoshi. Big up Triple U, big up Susie, Nadira X, Roxine, Blessed One. What's up? All of you that stopped by, thank you so very much. Remember, you are awesome. I love you all. See you guys soon.